Good morning, freshmen, and happy Tuesday. Today, we're going to make specific multiplicative comparisons between two numbers based on place value. Let's get started. In our first example, the 5 in 852 is worth blank times as much as the 5 in 385. What do I need to draw in order to show my work for this problem? I need to draw a place value chart. So I'm going to put both of my numbers into a place value chart. I'm going to circle the 5 in both my numbers to show those are the two numbers I'm comparing. I know that when I go from the ones place to the tens place, my number is getting bigger. So I'm going to draw an arrow to show that my value is getting bigger. When my number gets bigger by one place value, I know that I'm multiplying by 10. So I know the 5 in 852 is worth 10 times as much as the 5 in 385. In our second example, the 6 in 486 is worth blank times as much as the 6 in 692. Again, I need to put these two into what to show my work? I need to put them into a place value chart. I'm going to do that now. Once they're in a place value chart, I'm going to circle my two 6s to show that's the number that I'm focusing on. When I go from my hundreds place down to my ones place, is my number getting bigger or smaller? It's getting smaller, so I'm going to draw my arrow pointing down. I know it gets smaller by how many place values? It gets smaller by 2 place values. So I know that I'm going to multiply by 1/10 2 times. I know that 1/10 times 1/10 is going to give me 1 over 100. So the 6 in 486 is worth 1/100th times as much as the 6 in 692. In my final example, I have 862.25 times something equals 8.6225. Is my number getting bigger or is my number getting smaller? My number is getting smaller because I know that 8.6 is smaller than 862. So here my number is getting smaller. Let's see how many place values it's getting smaller by. I have 862.25, and I know my final answer has to be 8.6225. So I can see that my number is getting smaller by 1, 2 place values. I know that each place value is getting smaller. You multiply by 1/10. So I have to multiply 1/10 times 1/10, and that gives me 1 over 100. So I know the answer is going to be 862.25 times 1 over 100 is 8.6225. In my next example, I'm doing 54.62 times some number equals 546.2. To go from 54.62 and get 546.2, did my number go up or did it go down? My number went up because I know that 546 is a lot bigger than 54. I know that when my number goes up, I need to multiply by what? Let's see how many place values our number went up by. I know that I moved my decimal point from 54.62, one place value, to get 546.2. When I multiply by one place value, I know I'm multiplying by 10. So I know that 54.62 times 10 equals 546.2. In the next example, I'm doing 54.62 times something equals 5.462. I have to figure out what goes here in this blank. I know that to go from 54.62 and getting 5.462, is my number getting bigger or is my number getting smaller? It's getting smaller because 5 is less than 54. So my number is getting smaller. I know it's getting smaller by one place value because I moved my decimal point one place to get 5.64. 2. When I multiply and get one place value smaller, I know that I'm multiplying by 1 over 10, or 1/10. So the answer here is that 54.62 times 1/10 equals 5.462.